Hello, my name is Jamil from the Sod Podcast, and today I'm joined with Elmo. Elmo, how are you doing?
Doing good, doing good.
Okay, so can you just give us a small introduction?
Yeah. So hi, I'm Elmo. The founder of Play Ascend. Um, we've done quite a lot of like numerous things over the last year or so, but moving this year, 2026, 2027, our goal is to basically build a platform. I mean, we have been building the platform, but the goal of the platform is a one-stop solution related to gaming and specifically Valorant. Um, Ascend is basically a platform where you play, where you learn, where you track certain things, you be part of the community, and you can also buy certain things as well.
Oh, that sounds great. I haven't tried playing myself. It does look great. I like the UI. Looks really nice. Very well organized. Are you like would you guys fast to say that you're trying to be like the face it of Valorant sort of thing?
In a way, yes, and also no. Um, so Faceit is good. I mean, Faceit obviously, there was a need for Faceit that came up during CS:GO, and that was mostly because of people being tired with the cheaters in game. And Faceit's key point was not its USP was not specifically matchmaking. It was more about their anti-cheat, which was better than Valve's, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But our focus more is with the experience that you have. And Faceit's main point, their main USP when they did launch was not specifically their matchmaking. It was more of their anti-cheat because the CSGO players just wanted to play matches that didn't involve cheaters in any way.
Yeah.
Um, but for us, Valve's anti-cheat in a way it's still pretty good, but it's still very automated. There's not a lot of like what I liked about CS:GO was they had something called Overwatch, where if you had a good standing as a player, you could review certain cases, and once if you felt like they were cheating, and once enough people had an opinion that they were cheating, they would get Overwatch ban, right?
Mm.
So our goal is to bring that human factor in Valorant. I feel like Riot depends a lot on Vanguard, and everything is very automated. There's still a lot of things that I feel like the developers are on the fence, or they don't know how to, or they're trying to tackle it to their best, but it's still a very persistent issue in terms of like win traders, um, you know, toxicity, all of these things. So our goal is to tackle more of that than to have an anti-cheat like Faceit did. So at the end of the day, yes, it is a similar platform, but the reasoning behind it and the experience behind it is very different.
Okay. I swear that was a really good answer. You got crushed my question there, to be honest. Um I had a little look around your website, like of the site itself, and you can like earn points and buy VP. Is that correct? Like,
Yes,
yeah. How
yes,
does
yes,
that
yes.
work exactly? So then you could buy the VP, you get sent a code or something, or
Yeah, so we do have that live right now on our Discord server, and that's one of the ways that we have grown. Usually, you know, a lot of the other games or other publishers have gift cards, and a lot of people ask us like, why is it cheaper? Because the sort of like stigma with like cheaper in-game currency is that it's acquired through um, not the right way. Um, but a lot of publishers, like for example, if you go to a store, you can see, let's say, PlayStation gift cards, or Xbox gift cards or Steam gift cards. So th- that and digital gift cards are the same. If you see that there's a $10 gift card being sold for $10, that probably means that there's a 10 to 15% margin that whoever's selling it is making. What we've done is with our prices, we've reduced that margin in order to benefit the people buying. So that's how our discounts work. Um, so the way we're selling it right now is that we have it on our Discord server, and we've had up to 3,000 plus unique buyers in the last 2 to 3 months. But we've just launched EU codes as well, and our goal is to launch codes for every country, basically.
Okay, that sounds amazing. What are your what are your goals? Let's say what you would wait, what do you want to achieve within let's say the next 6 months, or let's say what do you want to achieve by the end of this year? Like what are your goals?
Um, so uh, it- uh, the goals that I have are on multiple levels. I mean, the priority definitely is the platform itself, PlayAscend. Um, Matchmaking, what we're doing is, I feel like it's a very good way for people to onboard people on the platform. So I want to have up to at least 10,000 players playing matchmaking across different regions, Europe, APAC, Oceania, LATAM as well, NA as well. Um, but because that's how the whole system is built. The system isn't built for each region. Like, for example, right now, the way it is that, certain regions, certain um, creators will create a 10-man's hub um, for a specific region, right? For us, no matter where you're from, you sign up and you play with other people in the region, similar to how it's in game. Um, so yeah, the goal is 10,000 players, and we do have certain goals with the shop as well. But overall, the biggest goal is to polish the platform, the features that we're working on. We're working on something to do with payments as well. Um, do you want me to go deeper into the payments part?
Yeah,
Because that's a very
yeah, of course,
big.
yeah. I want to
Okay,
get as much as information. Go for it, man.
okay.
No worries.
So the whole point of like matchmaking in shop is to get is to onboard people to attract them to Ascend, right? But that's not the end goal. Our end goal is to actually process payments for esports related business activities, right? So what does that mean? Um, so right now it's very common. Like for example, if you set up a company, you have your accounting the right way. You have an accountant. If you have employees, you pay them through payroll. Um, and there's a lot of like technicalities with it. And for esports org owners, especially someone's who's just up and coming into esports with players, with player agencies, media agencies, all of these things, it's very complicated for them, right? How do we process payments? So our end goal is that right now org owners, the way they do payments, a lot of it, I mean, the tier one orgs, since they have their company structure done properly, they do it the right way. But let's say you're tier three, tier two org, right? What happens is that the org owner pays, let's say you have 5 players, each player's salary is $1,000 a month, and the org owner makes 5 different payments at the end of the month. So thousand, 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 and thousand. What we would do, for example, is that you onboard the player to your org on Ascend, right? You upload the contract, you specify the payment terms. That includes the monthly compensation as well as the price pool distribution, right? Whether it's 6%, 7%, whatever it is, you onboard all of these clauses while you onboard them on the platform. And what's going to happen is, let's say you've onboarded a full team of 5 players. Let's say you add a coach, a manager. Let's say as an org owner, your monthly expenses, let's say $7,000, right? Um, what you would do in the traditional sense is make those individual payments to whoever's on your team. What happened with Ascender, since we already know what everyone's salary is, what their tournament distributions are, at the end of the month, we'll tell you that, okay, let's say you choose that 28th is the pay date that you've done selected for your org. On 25th, we'll send you a notification that you have $7,000 payment due on 28th. So you have until 28th to make those payments. You make the payment. And as soon as 28th comes, we automatically disperse the payments to everyone's bank account, all the players' bank accounts. So in a way, it's simplifying all of it. This also comes with player agencies as well. Player agencies usually have clauses, terms that we'll take, like, okay, we'll find your team, but we need 5% of your monthly salary, for example. So once you as a player get your salary and you're also onboarded as a part of a player agency as well, so that 5% automatically gets deducted and it it gets forwarded to the player agency. So if you're a player agency, you need to run every month. Let's say you have 10 players in your agency and all 10 are signed. You need to run behind every 10 player, every each player, and ask them to transfer the amount uh, for the bonus. Or you need to tell the org that, okay, you pay the player this much, you pay us this much. So this brings like a lot of complications. And I feel like this is one of the biggest with payments is it's a very uh, unrecognized issue that's going on. That's why, because at the end of the day, you see a lot of orgs running out of money. You see a lot of complaints on Twitter that, okay, this org hasn't paid me for like 3 months now, for example, right? I haven't received my tournament earnings as well. Um, so my goal is to tackle that, and it has to do with tournaments as well. So let's say, for example, you're a tournament organizer, right? Um, you're gonna host a tournament. Let's say the prize pool is $3,000, and you tell us, okay, first place is supposed to receive X, second Y, third Z, and before you can initiate your tournament and start accepting registrations, you need to put the prize pool with us in escrow. And once the tournament is over, we recognize who the winners are and we can automatically pay them as well. So what that solves is that the players don't need to run behind the organizer that, okay, I won, where's my prize pool? Because that's a very common issue as well. So I think for the sake of more efficiency and like to avoid these payment issues, that's what our end goal is towards the end of the year, to simplify payments for anyone in esports.
Okay, yeah. Wow. I can't argue that at all. To be honest, that's a you crushed that honestly. Um, but I kind of want to delve into like how like obviously people can queue. It's like how does like the matchmaking work? Like when you find a match, for instance, how does it
Yeah,
like connect to a lobby? Or because there's no third party, you can't just. It's not like
yeah,
Face It. You just like copy in
yes,
the
IP.
address exactly. Yeah, you can't do that with
Yeah,
Valorant. There's no such thing for Valorant. Like, dude, someone
yeah,
has to make the lobby themselves with a party code, or how's that working? So can you
yeah,
run through the process?
yeah. So obviously, you queue, and once 10 people, there's 10 people in queue, a game pops up for you. You have around 30 seconds to accept. You accept. Then what happens is, then you have the draft phase where two captains get selected on random. I mean, I'll say random now, but I'll tell you later on that it's not really random. And the two captains, they pick the players. Once that's done, a voice channel gets created on the Ascent server automatically, and it auto assigns the prompts to the players. There's a button that says join voice. You click that, it connects you to the voice channel on Discord. The system recognizes if you have joined or not. Um, Once 10 players have joined, it starts the map ban phase. In the map ban phase, you can see your team's win rate and the opponent's win rate on those maps as well. So that gives you a better understanding on which map you should play.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Once that's done, regarding what you said about party code, yes, that is not possible, and I do not genuinely want to, poke around into Riot's APIs and systems to make this possible. So just gonna leave it at party code for now. It needs to be shared manually. We do have team chat, all chat in the lobby, that they can talk with each other. And once the party is created, the game's played, then you come back to the platform, and then in the lobby you can vote who won. So let's say me and you are playing, you win, then 6 players in the lobby need to vote for you to register you as the winner.
Yeah.
Once we have that record, then we go back to the API and fetch the actual match stats. that could take close to 5 minutes to like process all of it as well. So yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
pretty much it.
it's not
And
bad.
sorry, I meant about the captain thing. The captain is not really random in the sense that once you're done playing, you can sort of like comment or um, what's the opposite of comment?
Um,
Um, basically, let's say you can upvote, downvote,
I thought
right?
yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Uh, yeah. So let's say the two captains, you can upvote and downvote, and based on their team selection, their map selection, all of these things. So let's say you chose a really bad map that nobody wants to play. Let's say you chose a team that was very unbalanced, because you can see the stats during the team selection. You can see everyone's stats. You can choose who you want to play with. So
yeah.
let's say you didn't do all of this properly, then players can downvote you. So your chances of becoming captain in the future reduces.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So it's not really. Yeah, I get you mean on the part where it's not really random. Um, but like this entire process from like queuing a game, accepting the game, getting to a lobby, how long does that take
Yeah.
roughly? Would you say?
That takes around, I mean, let's say we do have 3 minute timer on the joint VC. If everyone takes the time with it, it's gonna take 3 minutes just for the joint VC. In minimum, if everyone's very quick at starting a game, it could take less than 5 minutes to do it. But if everyone has to stretch it out, it could take upwards of around 8 to 10 minutes, I would say.
Okay, yeah. The maximum has it. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the max. Yeah.
Are you gonna like? Would you? I'm not sure if it's been implemented. If it has, please tell me because I'm fully delved into like the site and what it is. I've seen the
Yeah.
way I came across Ascend was I was literally just doing scrolling Twitter and I just got a video promoting it and I was like, I
Mhm.
saw it and I was like, this is magnificent, this is amazing, and I was like, how they're gonna. That's why I was asking about the matchmaking how it works because I know Valorant isn't really open about these things. It's not like CS. It's kind of a shame really because if they allowed if they more like open to these sort of
Open.
things
Yeah.
it would be so much more better. And then that's what I was trying to
Yeah.
think. Oh, when I saw, it, I was like, well, how are they gonna do this then? How's it gonna work? That's also interesting. And
Yeah.
basically, based on the press you told me so far, it's kind of like I think it's kind of the best you can do with what you have. Um,
Yeah.
that's why I like to see what it can do or what it can be in the future. I'm very interested. Um, I haven't given it a try yet, but I will give it a try and see how that goes.
Yeah. We're launching tomorrow.
Oh yeah, sick, awesome. And you
Yeah,
got
we're almost done with the beta phase.
yeah.
Yeah, as I said, it's not really restricted to any region.
Yeah,
Let's say you have enough players, from your region, you can start playing.
that's what I'm saying. It's not even just like you have like tracker as well. Um it's really good. It's very there's a lot more things like than just like matchmaking. Um
Yeah,
it's all in
I
one
mean,
bundle, you know?
matchmaking. Yeah, sorry. Matchmaking is just basically a base for scouting, actually. Because we do get all the match stats. And right now, the way you scout players is unfortunately a lot of people still do it. A lot of orgs, um, up and coming orgs still go through tracker, right? Like, for example, I've seen it very common that if you haven't played official matches before and a team in a team application it includes to add your tracker link, but then the issue with tracker is that there's no kind of verification as to like is it you that's actually playing, and
Mm,
tracker does not include any sort of like behavioral indicators like in terms of like you know have you been toxic or have you cheated or win traded. For us, if certain if someone does get reported, similar to how on Steam you have a VAC ban, right? You would have on our platform there's something called an honor score, and an honor score that's basically a digit that you can see. It's a score from 0 to 100, but you can also see events that led to either increasing or decreasing your honor score, right?
right.
So if there were reports with actual proof that you were involved in something negative, that would show up on your profile. Um, and your profile would include your honor score, all the events, your all the tournaments, the teams you've played in, then your performance in matchmaking. So it's a much more comprehensive way to know about someone.
Yeah. I like this is what are you would you say you're like trying to um like fix not fix but like kind of improve the esports ecosystem because you're going to improve legitimacy of players. Obviously, like you said, there's players that haven't been like in officials. It's just like ranked, and then
Yeah,
now you're trying to like maintain like legitimacy, integrity, and whatnot. Like because
yeah,
obviously they play in the Ascend matchmaking, the right is
hmm,
automatically linked to the
yeah,
Ascend account, and then they can
yeah,
easily verify. Oh, if this guy who he say he is, or this
yeah,
girl say who she say she is, and
yeah,
this is I can really see this. This is going to help the like, and you said for scouting, this is a big thing. Like for
yeah,
scouting and finding new talent, finding new players. This is going to really like help the ecosystem. Would you say like is that like another goal of yours as well? Because that's what you're doing as well. Like you know, you'll be
yeah,
making the esports ecosystem like so much more better.
yeah. I mean, definitely, like what I mentioned about payments is part of that goal as well. Is there are a lot of gaps in how certain things in are being operated, how certain things are being done, and our goal is to just fill those gaps. We are not trying to reinvent the wheel in any way, right? The things that we are trying to do are already being done in other industries, right?
Yeah,
Apart from esports. So just to fill, obviously, like if you've worked in another industry, you can see that, how certain things are done. Like there's a whole industry just for recruitment,
yeah.
with tech recruitment as well. So our goal is to not reinvent the wheel, but just adopt what's been done and tested in other industries and bring it to esports.
Okay, yeah, that sounds great. Um, do you have any like have you had any or okay, so well, it's kind of two questions at once. So let me start with one at a time,
Yeah.
obviously. Um, what like have you had any like sort of collabs? You said you started in 25, right? And then you've been
Yeah.
doing it for a year. Yeah, have you had any collabs from like 25 up until now? Like any like brands you've worked
Collapse. And,
yeah.
yes, we do. We have worked with brands. We did an off-season event tournament in 2025. I think the prize pool was close to $2,000, more than $2,000. It's listed on VLR. Um, so that's one brand you have worked with. Mostly we have worked with other influencers. That mostly has to do with marketing shop. We are going to work with more content creators and influencers in Europe, and NA soon. But yeah, we haven't really worked with brands as such. Yeah.
Okay. You see, obviously, I know you're familiar with challenger mode. Um, I'm like obviously I'm on challenger mode. Like you know if you UKC. Um, are you familiar with
The
UKC?
the Challenger League.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you got like like pretty sure like VUKC is like Beacon. Uh, but any tournament they have, they always do it through challenger mode. Like challenger mode is
Okay.
like the main sort of thing. It's kind of like ESCA on Face It essentially.
Okay. 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 Got it.
Um, do you really see yourself having like a big tournament organization to do like qualifiers, for instance, like they do qualifiers on like challenger mode. Do you think that like a big like esports organization or esports tournament organizer will do qualifiers for your website? So they have to go for your website to
Yeah.
qualify or anything. Do you see that happening?
Yeah. Yeah. That's basically the goal because I don't want to keep Ascend locked to just our events. And even with matchmaking, actually, I mean, we are doing it right now because we want to like perfect the system. But what's going to happen in the future is that we're going to open it up to other communities as well. So
Mm,
you can have it in a way like your own, like how Faceit hubs are, right? You can create your own hub and people can queue into that hub. As well, you can have, let's say, the prize pool, for your hub, you can decide on. whatever you want the prize pool to be, you know,
Yeah.
and you can have certain goals with it as well to promote your social media, Discord, or website, whatever it is. So yeah, the goal is definitely right now, whatever we're doing it for ourselves only because we want to like, perfect the system. Once that's done, definitely opening it up to other TOs, other, creators, whoever wants to host a tournament, whoever wants to have their own hub or league, their own giveaways as well. We have a whole system for giveaways too. So we're gonna all open it up uh, as soon as we've perfected it.
Okay. Um, and you said you reckon you really perfect like Ascent. Also, you said you're launching tomorrow. It'd be out of beta
Yeah,
tomorrow, right? Um,
for matchmaking. Yeah.
matchmake. Yeah, that's it. Yeah. And then you say like obviously by the end of the year, you not. I want to say. Would you say it'd be like fully like flushed out, or like would you be like on the map? Do you think you're on the map right now, or do you think by the end of the year you'd be like a prominent force for like third party matchmaking?
I don't know, honestly. I'm not really looking to um I don't know. I really don't think we're out there right now. We're definitely not out there. A lot of people don't know about us. Um, but the goal is by end of year to definitely, bring that value to players and orgs. But yeah, as you said, that's more end of year than anytime soon. Because the way we want to do it is obviously we can be known for one feature, which is matchmaking. That's the fastest way to onboard players. But there's a whole library of features that can really help players, and we want to keep introducing those and perfecting those as we go ahead this year.
Okay. Um, correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to like delve into you a bit more. Um,
Okay.
you have you're on VLR, correct? You've
It's just one game, I think.
yeah. That's what I wanted to like. That's exactly what I delve into. So you played like a
Yeah.
was it a VCL game or
Yeah.
yeah. So you only played like no disrespect to you whatsoever, but like um why is it that you only like really played one game? And then did you decide like it wasn't for you or um like
Uh,
yeah, I'll delve into
so
your career like as a player, like because you played one game, you played VCL, that's semi-pro, playing at VCL, and then
I mean,
that's
it
it.
was a qualifier, but yeah. No, no, I so the thing is that I started working jobs when I was 17. Um and to be very honest, I actually started playing after I started working. So I generally just picked up a game. I started playing CS when I was like 18, or 19, and I used to play CS, and I've always been competitive in terms of sports, like because I didn't play any games before that was because I used to play football a lot.
Mm,
Um, so I've always been in sports. Um, so the thing is that ever since I started working when I was 17, I've been exposed to like, professional environment, the corporate environment in a way. And once I did start playing CS, okay, this is fun. I saw, the opportunities in that, but I never really wanted to go pro in CS. And I started playing Val a bit serious when I took a break from working and I was doing my masters, so I had some free time on my hands. So I was playing ranked, reached Immortal 2, 3, whatever. Played for my uni, represented my uni, and that's how I got exposed to the esports environment in my region. But then by the time I was doing my masters, I'm 27 right now. I was doing my masters when I was like 24.
yep.
But for that in esports, that's a very late age to be very honest. But then then I saw that I had jobs before I was playing, and then I thought that okay, even though I go full time in esports, playing Val, I can never earn as much as I was earning on my job, you know.
Yeah.
But I was still like my heart's still there with the game.
Yeah.
I still see, that's why like when I'm working, when I have my corporate sort of life and then when I have the esports life, I see that's how I'm able to spot all the gaps in esports. Um, and that's where it comes in that okay, if this works in other industries, it can easily be adopted here. Um, so yeah, that's why like I thought that I could bring more value with what I'm doing
Yep.
than just playing, to be honest. So yeah.
So wait, what did you study then? Like, what did you have a master's in?
My bachelor's was in design and marketing, and my master's was in business.
Okay. So I feel like you're the best person to ask this then. What would you say is like the like within esports, specifically like within the esports industry, what would you say is like the best way to network, to really connect with people?
Depends. Like, there's two types of networking. You have obviously, the player networking, and then you have the professional networking, which is with orgs and managers and etc. Um, LinkedIn is just not it in terms of professional
I've had that a
um
lot,
networking.
yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I've seen some orgs who have very bad reputation with the players have very good reputation on LinkedIn. Similar with TOs as well. As a TO, as a business, you could be doing really good, but if the players hate you, um, because you're not doing things right, no way, people on LinkedIn just have no way of finding that out. Um, I think the best way right now to actually meet people is to go to events. I think events is a very good
Social
place
networking
when you
events.
have yeah, yeah,
Okay.
if you're because a lot of people visit events, a lot of people in the professional industry visit those events, a lot of brand representatives visit events as well. So events is really good. As a player, honestly, I feel like ranked is good, but then again, that's the whole point of matchmaking as well. And ranked, you just play a game, you're off, whatever, you don't really get to know about someone.
Yeah.
But with something like matchmaking, you meet like it's a better place to meet players, to be honest, than ranked, I would say. So,
Okay. Yeah. For me, like I'm not really a big fan of LinkedIn. Um,
yeah,
the funny thing, I've asked people this question before. It's kind of like it's not. I wouldn't say it's like research, but I'm just like saying I'm asking multiple different people. I've spoken to, um, I spoke to the coach of the Call of Duty coach of I think it's Optic. I can't remember. He said the exact same
yeah,
thing. I've spoken to so many different professionals within like the esports industry, and it's always just like just don't use LinkedIn. LinkedIn, just stay away from LinkedIn. Don't touch LinkedIn. It's pretty pointless for our
yeah,
industry, for the esports industry specifically. Most people say they like to that network on Twitter. Obviously, so
yeah,
I like social networking events. I've been to one to myself. That was great,
hmm
and also I feel like it kind of just like not forces you, but it kind of like allows you to have that eye roll interaction, that face to face interaction. You know, you get to know the
definitely, yeah,
person. You speak to them. You're like, oh yeah, what do you do? Oh yeah, I do this. Da, 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 da. Um, that's that's what it's really about. Is you really get to connect with like one another. Um, but yeah,
definitely.
I totally
Yeah.
agree with what you're saying. Um, uh, if if it's okay to ask, like what country are you like, based in? Would you say
I'm in UAE.
UAE? Okay,
I've grown up here. I'm actually Indian.
all right.
But I grew up in UAE. I did my school here, my uni here, all of it here. I worked here. So yeah.
What do you think is like I'm kind of interested, because obviously I'm based in the UK. I couldn't like,
hmm
I've asked people about the ecosystem in the UK, the esports ecosystem in the UK, and it's not really the greatest right now. Um, it can
hmm
be an upwards trajectory, but I want to ask you how it is in UAE. Um, yeah.
Honestly, I don't think the ecosystem anywhere is good. In terms of
Oh.
esports.
Not even like
I think
South Korea or like China.
could be to an extent. Yeah, it's all relative, I would say. But I'm because I'm just comparing it with like other industries.
Oh yeah, okay,
Uh,
yeah, yep. I agree, man.
that's my basis of it, and I feel like compared to that, esports is definitely nowhere close to how it is in other industries.
Yep.
The kind of like professional networks they have, the connections, the workflows, um, all of these things. I really don't think esports. Maybe yeah, in South Korea, I think it's there to an extent.
Yeah.
I think NA is also pretty decent to an extent. Um, but yeah, I think as a whole, we pretty much lack.
That's the thing. Like, I think it's gonna take like years to be even somewhat considered as like mainstream. Um, like
Definitely. Yeah.
the top industry, like I'd say it would be like sports, for instance, like football,
Yeah.
like maybe like golf. Golf is pretty big. Like
Yeah.
the thing is, like the reason why like the esports is like decently big in like South Korea or in like Asia, for
Mm-hmm.
instance, is because it gets mainstreamed onto TV. It gets put onto like television.
Yeah.
If it gets put into UK TV, for instance, no one's gonna watch it. No one's gonna
Nobody's
care.
watching it.
People,
Yeah.
it's very niche. It's a very niche industry. Like everyone, like you kind of have to like the way I found about it is really weird. I don't think I would known about esports because the way I like known about it and actually like got told about it of what it really was is when I first went to college, because like when you go to the open day you go past you see esports. I saw that that the banner. I just saw it. I was like, oh, what is that? You know, but
Yeah.
that's the only reason why I understood like esports or what it was and the industry. And when I first found out about it, I was like,
Right. Okay.
people playing games, people competing at tournaments, people watch this and everything. I was just like shocked from the beginning, but
Yeah.
ever since then, I've loved it. It's really good industry.
But I think it's growing as well because there's a lot of like government initiatives as well, which is very good to see.
Yeah,
You have scholarships popping up as well. Um, and then I think it's an NA that university plays VCL, right?
yeah,
Tier
that's right.
2.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah.
I know a few.
So, yeah, it's definitely coming up. I think even in India, there's government bodies being made for esports. I'm pretty sure that it exists already in Philippines. In Philippines, actually, there's I was looking for some players like in terms of scouting, and I was talking to them. Okay, would you be willing to join this team?
Yeah,
And they said that no, because they play for the university team, and for them that scholarship is more important than playing for a tier two team. Um, so it's definitely good. I think we are going in the right direction.
yeah.
It's just that we need a bit more structure, a bit more professionalism, um, a bit more collaborativeness and trust, to go in that direction.
Could you also throw in like funding for like tier two? Because I'm pretty sure like right they like primarily
Yeah,
just focus, not just, but most of their focus is on tier one because like got
you're right.
franchising
Needs
teams
to.
and
I think we're fixing that next year with more third-party events. I think that would definitely be because right now what the issue is that if you're not a tier two team, even for a tier two team, it's very hard to earn. The only way you make money is
price pool.
through prize pool and brand sponsorships and all that. But I don't know if this rule exists in other regions, but in our region, it's like if you're a team playing in VCL, you're not allowed to play any other third-party tournaments. So
Really?
you're just limited to that prize pool, for example, right? They also we did do a version of matchmaking on our Discord
Yeah.
around last year, and our TO explicitly prohibited players from playing it because it violated that third party thing.
Yeah.
So even if you're playing solo, they were still not allowed to play.
That's a shame.
Um, yeah.
Because you got
So
teams
it's,
in
it's
oh, sorry.
no, no, go on, sorry.
I was gonna say like because you got teams in the UK, like let's take Codes for example. They compete in
Okay.
EVC, they compete in VCL, and they compete in these other tournaments as well. Like also
Yeah,
EVC is a couple grand prize pool, and then also they got VCL as well. Like they compete in different
yeah,
things. They kind of use like they'll probably compete in EVC like during like let's say like a couple months break or something, like a space, and there's like EVCs there, like, oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, let's just play that for a second.
Sure.
But what you're telling me, you're not in you said in UAE, right? Correct. You can't do that at all, which is kind
No,
of a
not in
shock, really.
UAE. I was talking more about South Asia because our focus has been
Sorry,
South
yeah.
Asia. Yeah.
Apologies,
So
but
yeah, no worries, no worries. The I don't know. It's just I think it's just a weird rule. And
yeah,
what the issue with that is that one, the players cannot earn,
yep,
you know, earn more. They're just limited to that price pool. And the second thing is if you're a TO as well, then you want to hold your tournaments until it's off season. Otherwise, you know that if you host the tournament, the good teams won't come to play. Um, so if the good teams don't come and if you're putting money in production to stream it, then you won't get good watching. And if you don't get good watching, then brands don't want to invest in you or sponsor you, you know?
yep,
So to a TO, it may seem like a small thing, but there's a ripple effect with this that they don't that it goes underlooked.
yeah, yeah. That's yeah, totally around there. Can't say anything about that, but a bit unfortunate
Yeah.
about that rule.
But I think next year with the third party events, I think we're heading in a good direction, honestly.
Oh yeah, we
So
could.
let's see. Hopeful.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. Really see how it like what sort of trajectory it
Yeah.
goes at. Looks so great. Um, but what would you say? Like, what like if you like let's say Monday morning. How do you start your day? What's your schedule like?
Me, Monday
Yeah.
morning, I have a full-time job. Um,
Okay. Okay.
so uh, I go to the office on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, 3 days a week.
Yep.
So during the day, it's honestly impossible for me to do anything. Um, you know, ever since I posted about matchmaking and the support it's gotten, I think it's been around 2 weeks now. I've barely gotten any sleep because I go to work, commute and everything, come back home and I'm directly on it. Um, I've had to deal with work, with Ascend, with family stuff as well, family time. So it's been pretty hectic. Um, but I think it's definitely worth it. I think, I've been doing it, as I said, for a year now, but it's come to a point where whatever I've done in the past year is actually coming to something meaningful.
Yep.
Um, so yeah, it's looking good, definitely looking good. I think um, on a day where I'm home and I can dedicate more time to Ascend, I just it's more about just getting up, checking everything that's been happening because I need to keep a track of like other regions as well.
Yep.
Um, See what's happening everywhere else. Just catch up on all the messages. Check Discord, check Twitter, check Discord DMs as well, the servers, all of it. Um, you know, because we're doing shop as well, we need to um, look at like we need to plan campaigns for the shop, plan offers for it, check how our shop sales are doing.
Yep.
Um, there's a lot of it, and then towards the end of the day, it's completely towards matchmaking. We have had a lot of bugs that we've been fixing.
Okay. Yeah. I've seen that. Yeah.
Work on the UI as well. I think if you are on the test server, there's a channel called Releases. Um, are you on the test server?
The I don't believe so. No.
Once again, I'll just invite you to this. So this was made solely for testing, and I was expecting maybe 20, 30 people join, but this has around over 1,000 members in a matter of a week.
Yeah.
Um,
Let's
so
see.
the community has been super helpful. People have reported a lot of bugs, a lot of suggestions as well. I've gotten feedback from other regions as well. So, for example, I learned that Latin America, there's North and South. Someone from South Latin America cannot play on the northern servers. So I've had to like separate the servers as well. I really want to do a lot for like Australia, New Zealand as well because there's no VCL there.
Yeah.
Um, so I'm trying to like separate a queue for them, spread the word there. Yeah, and every day if you see in the releases, I've been posting like 3 to 4 points, everything that I've fixed. But yeah.
So you got so much on your plate, obviously, like balancing like your work, obviously um stuff for your family, and obviously Ascend. How many people do you got working on like Ascend? How many like employees do you have?
Um, we have actually cut down quite a bit. We did have a lot. We have around 10 to 15 people
Yeah.
in December, but right now it's down to five because our focus is just, on matchmaking at the moment. We needed 10 to 15 because we're doing large scale tournaments.
Yeah.
So regarding registration, admin work, referees, production, all of that, we did have quite a bit. We have cut down now. So right now we have around five, I would say. We do a lot of stuff on the server as well in terms of, I think just a few hours back we were doing game nights as well. So a couple of admins were there. Um, a lot of work actually goes in more than you believe goes in moderation as well. Because trust me, man, like with Valorant, I feel like there's just so much toxicity and
Yeah.
people take it very, very personally. Uh,
Five people,
so
five employees. Is
yeah,
that really
did you
enough?
think it was more? Uh, Realistically, no. No, definitely not. To be honest, for matchmaking itself, for it to like be to handle it properly, I would need around 10 people.
Yeah.
And the rest of, I think the whole team needs to be around 30. I would say 30 is like a good number where everything can be taken off properly. But then again, that's just not realistic because we have zero funding. Everything we've been doing has been bootstrapped. Um, we up until recently there was zero money coming in. The only money that's coming in right now is through shop, but
Yeah.
that's also like not anywhere close to cover our expenses. But yeah,
So a nice investor will really give you guys that boost. A big investor.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Anywhere like a six-digit number would really sort us out for a year. Um, because to be honest, we have automated a lot of the processes.
Yeah.
Um, and everything. My sort of like methodology ever since I started was to like be very structured with what we're doing, not just do things because we feel like we're doing it.
Yeah.
We want to do it, but everything has reasoning behind it. Um, so yeah, that has helped quite a bit. We are, I mean, to be honest, we are much more structured than our local regional TO as well, in terms of everything that we do. The tournaments we do include a lot of verification. We check for alt IDs, we do face cam verifications, a lot that we do. So that's why we needed quite a lot of people. But once matchmaking is up, I'm gonna push for a little bit of funding. Hopefully, the players enjoy it. Because I don't want to monetize the platform. Like you shouldn't have to pay to play.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to keep that free, we do have other ways of monetization. That has mostly to do with the payments that I was talking about earlier. Um, but yeah, I think we have everything planned and ready. The only job left to do is to execute it.
Well, I mean, yeah, you sound very confident. Obviously tomorrow it comes out. We'll see how that goes. Um,
Yeah, for sure.
would you would you? Obviously, I'm not telling you how to run your business, but would you ever consider hosting tournaments yourself, like doing scaling prize pool or something? Would that be a thing you'll do?
Yeah, definitely, definitely. As I said, like, well, we want to open up the platform to other organizers as well.
Yeah.
So, for example, so matchmaking and tournaments are two different parts, right?
Yeah.
Matchmaking, we do want to open it up as hubs later on, but will also do tournaments as well. The system for tournaments is completely different from matchmaking. So we'll perfect the system for tournaments, host our own tournaments, and then open it up to other organizers.
Okay. What would you like? What would be like your best advice to like to someone starting out? Like if they want to do the same thing that you are like doing, for instance, like what would you like day zero? Like oh yeah, like I want to do. I want to make my own sort of website, like Elmo, for instance. Like, what sort of advice would you give them?
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, I'll, because the thing is that whatever ideas I've seen quite a lot as well that, people have a lot of like unique ideas, and they wanna implement it in one way or another. And I just feel like you don't, as I said, you don't need to reinvent the wheel, in most cases.
Yeah,
You just need to, I mean, this is in a way, is the quickest way to make something work is that see that if you want to build something, does it already, maybe it doesn't exist for Valorant, for example, but maybe it exists in League, for example, or CS,
yeah,
or Rainbow Six Siege, or, any other game. Um, you know, Maybe try to adopt something like that, see if there's a fit for it in Valorant. And also you can look at other industries as well if you're looking at more like in terms of like operational stuffs,
yeah.
operational things. See if it exists and if that can be adopted in Valorant as well. Uh,
Okay.
because trust me, still even though we are trying to cover a lot, I can tell you there's still a lot of gaps that do need to be filled. So yeah, it's just recognizing those gaps, seeing if there's a market fit for it or not in Valorant, and then taking it from there. And always, I feel like we should always start slow,
Right,
like
right.
because people feel like a lot of times, all credit to them, they're putting in the effort, but start with a smaller base, see, get feedback from it, see if it works. Because in tech, we have something called being agile,
Yeah,
there's two in tech. There's, either you're agile or you're waterfall, right? Waterfall, you just plan everything out, you build everything, and then you push it as one big thing, right?
yeah.
Whereas with agile, you do more sprints. You make iterative changes, get feedback, and work on those changes to do future changes, future improvements. I think that's a better way to go about, honestly.
Right, okay. And would you like would you strictly be Valorant? Like would you just strictly do Valorant matchmaking or would you delve into like CS or like Overwatch or other esport titles as well? Like after you've
Uh,
developed like Valorant, would
yeah.
you just keep it strictly Valorant or
Uh, Matchmaking, just for matchmaking itself, it really depends because it depends on the player base, like are there active player bases in a region, and we don't want to force matchmaking if there's no need for it. If a game already has active player base, right, and the player base is happy with they feel like there's no issues with it, there's no point forcing matchmaking on them. It really depends on seeing if there's a need for it and then going into it. But overall, we do are open to other games as well. I think with the payments stuff, that is very open-ended, right? It's not the issue isn't just with Valorant, it's with gaming orgs in general. Um, so with the networking stuff you're doing, with the payment stuff, that is more towards the wider esports ecosystem.
okay. That's fair enough. I don't mind that. What other um are there any like other features you're probably gonna like develop right now? So you got the matchmaking, you got the shop, um, then you got the tracker,
Yeah.
you got like LFTs. Is that like an LFT page you have?
Yeah, we have something called Recruit, which is
Recruit, yeah,
basically
yeah,
LFT, LFP.
yeah,
Yeah, but Recruit is um um Recruit is going to be much wider. Like if you're a team manager, coach, uh, even if you are someone in production, or in tech, you can apply for Recruit as well. Recruit, in a way, it's the first version is basically it is what it is right now with the LFT. but in future versions, it's going to be more open towards anyone in esports. So you can filter players, you can filter managers, coaches, and filter people in production,
Yeah.
etc., etc. But one very feature that I love, and this is we're developing this is something for freelancers as well. Um, so if you're a video editor, graphic designer,
Yeah.
um, we I think on the platform, if it's under explore right now. We
Right.
already have some people that have made profiles, but that is also part of the payments uh, strategy as well. Because right now, in terms of like designers, like if you go on Dribble, for example, or Behance, or Fiverr, whatever,
Yeah. Yeah.
um, it's very hard to find gaming related creatives. So we're working on a like a creative platform as well where you can upload your portfolio if you're a designer, animator, whoever you are in the creative field, and you can generate invoices, receive payments, look for jobs.
Yeah.
Orgs can also post jobs looking for designers as well. Um, so yeah, that is something that I'm excited about.
Yeah, yeah. To me, that sounds just this like Ascend Matchmaking is just gonna turn it into like a big central like esports hub. Like
Yeah,
if you want to like scout, you can go to Ascend. If you want to like like compete, you can go to Ascend. You if you want to like connect with like editors and coaches and players,
yeah,
whatever, you can go to Ascend. This is looks like to me, this is gonna be like a big central point for esports and not just like for one region. You're trying to get the entire world as well, like Latam, NA, Asia, EU. Um, that
yeah,
sounds it sounds great, and what also sounds like amazing to me that you're only gonna do it with 5 people, 5 people, minimum funding, minimal funding. It's just like like I don't say how
yeah.
if you do, how you do it. That's what I'm saying. It's
Yeah, you don't sleep. That's how you do it. No, but the reason, but a lot of people ask me like, why are you doing international? Isn't like that too big of a scope to get
nah,
into?
never too big.
Uh, no, but the biggest benefit of esports is that you shouldn't be tied to a region. You can use your skill sets anywhere in the world,
Yeah,
right? It's very common in tech, for example. With tech, it's the issue is right now it's becoming less and less because you see a lot of like remote employees, right? So why not have that for esports? Why just limit yourself just to the talent in your region? What if you're putting X amount getting
yeah,
someone in
yeah,
your
yeah.
region, you put the same amount getting someone two times better, three times better in another region. Why not go for that?
Exactly,
So I really don't want to limit the whole platform to a specific region. That's why because there's no need for it. Like, just it's much better this way.
exactly. Like I would assume in 2025 when you first started this project and you wanted to make it international,
Yeah,
you said you're like you're more like a business oriented. Like, obviously, you studied business, and like surely like I would assume you looked at the feasibility of this, if it was really possible, and you said yeah,
yeah,
of course it is, and that's why like that's why you're dedicated to really pursue it, to really go for it,
yeah.
and obviously within a year, or is it been just under a year? Did you start mid like has it been like a year roughly so far?
2025? No, it's been more than a year. We started end of 2024, actually.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. Right, okay. I was like thinking you could have started like mid or late
No, no,
25.
no.
Okay, right. My bad. But yeah,
Yeah,
within
no,
that
with
time you
all of 2025 has been a very big learning phase, right? That's why I haven't really committed to anything. We have explored multiple things, we have explored the shop, we have explored, matchmaking. Its previous version was we had something called Ascend Leagues. So
right.
that was a very good learning phase as well. With player performance data as well, we did a bit of here and there. But, this year, I think ever since January, February, I actually tweeted out something that I have a very clear vision for what Ascend needs to become, right?
Yep.
And everything everything that I do is basically it's very, very intentional, it's all based of the experience, of all the lessons I've had over the last year. So it's all um, planned out, right? And as I said, all I need to do right now is execute. So that's what we're doing.
Okay, fair enough. Um, before we conclude, like, do you mean like closing messages or anything else to say? Do you want to share?
No, thank you for having me.
Okay.
It's a good opportunity. I think it's good for me as well because the more I speak, the more clarity I get for myself as well. I haven't been doing that much. I've just been doing, doing, doing. It's very hard to have real conversations these days, in general.
Yeah.
So this was really good.
Um,
Thank you.
Obviously, like I'd say the same thing as well. Thank you so much for being here. Um, like everyone that like agrees to be like on this podcast and everything and talk to me and have it's great because I like to really delve into you, for instance, of what you're doing, of what you want to do, like what are your plans and whatnot, and just to really like it helps me appreciate more because I'm actually speaking to the one that created it, the actual owner, and that's a privilege. But yeah, thanks so much for your time and
Thank you, man.
good
Thank
luck.
you. Thank you.